All right, so I don't know how many holsters you've gone through and you've tried. We're down here in Florida, and as you can tell, it's winter, so we got our winter jackets on. It's way easier to carry concealed with something else on other than a t-shirt. But the other 10 and a half months out of the year, where you're pretty much required to have at least a short sleeve on, if not something less because it's so damn hot, it's hard to conceal. So I've been concealing down here for a bit, and I've had the chance and the opportunity to try all sorts of stuff. I don't think I'll ever come to the conclusion that I found the perfect holster, even though a lot of people say the Enigma is the way to go. I haven't quite gotten there yet, but I want to kind of talk what I've found so far, and it'll depend. It depends on your body shape, your body size, your activity, what you're doing, where you are, and that's where people go down all these rabbit holes, right? So first things first, when I got here, I had a friend that did some kayaks. Did a nice one here for my my Springfield. I liked it. It was my first one, so it was like, this is the best one ever because it's the first one. You know, really easy. You know, conceal right inside here, but super basic. Got a lot of use out of it. Don't have this one anymore, but kept this as a keepsake. This time of the year is nice though because you can carry a full size. This is for a P10C, and this has all the toys on it. So this thing here, very much I can have this with absolutely nothing showing because I'm typically wearing either a flannel like this or a hoodie. You know, there's nothing showing there. But carrying a full size once or twice a year versus, you know, your mids and micros the rest of the year makes a huge difference in just anything. So if you're carrying a full size like this, don't plan on doing a lot of activity. You're not gonna be taking long walks on the beach or doing some exercise or chasing your kids or dogs. This is more of a going to the movies, sit down, and you're covered sort of situation. So there's that. And for right now, I have my 365 XL. I've been using the G code here most every day, except for the past little bit. But this is doing great. It is nice and quick and easy. It's got the little piece on here to make sure it hits my belt and pushes against. Typically using stand back, a Groove Life belt. I love these ones. They're great. But again, I don't typically, and this is where I might start to differentiate from some folks, don't usually have real clothes on. This is my office. So I usually have some gym clothes on, which is why I tried this. I've tried this is the second one of these types of belly bands type. But this is the Vanish holster. This one here has been pretty cool. You can see I got an extra mag in here. It's got space for a third if you're carrying with one. I can't really get to it unless you take the pistol out, but you know, it does fit a knife in there, so that's always nice. This does look pretty good. Conceals very well with just regular clothes on, and it makes it a lot easier to be active. The only thing I'll say that would be on the negative side is it does have a tendency to rise up. There was an instance about a week ago where I got a black shirt on, hard to tell, but I had this sitting pretty low on my hip on 4 o'clock position, and after moving around a little bit, it was creeping up pretty high where the top of my firearm was right against my rib. That was rare. I probably just didn't put it on tight enough. But just to kind of show how this is going to look, we're going to make a quick adjustment here and show the difference between the two that I typically use. So the G code and the Vanish. All right, so now I got a regular t-shirt on. It's white. It's easier to see if there's anything hanging out in the back. So first thing first, we're gonna go over the G code, which is, like I said, 80% of the stuff that I'm aware of right now has been that one. It's currently there right now. We've got a regular semi-form-fitting t-shirt on. Obviously, if you're wearing a wetsuit type t-shirt, you're gonna have all sorts of problems. But this is normal from the side. You know, not really too much to see here. You know, I feel like anyone who's carrying concealed feels like their firearm is showing. It's being printed all the time. Typically not the case, friends. No one cares about you. No one looks at this general area of you unless it's extremely obvious. So the next one we're gonna go over is the Vanish, the belly band version. I personally do like it, except for that one little instance where it was riding up high. So let's hop into that. All right, and just like that. So yeah, now we got the Vanish holster, the belly band version. This has been great. Living down here in the South, having some gym shorts on, all stuff like that, I can feel a little more active. I can move a little bit without having to worry about it going too far. It's here. For this one, I have been pulling it off the appendix, putting it over a little bit more. See if I can get a good angle here. It doesn't really stick out too much from anything here, and it does allow me the option to be able to get to that magazine. Putting it back in is a different story, so for the time being, I'm gonna put this here. And that actually goes for the firearm itself. Just like anything else, you wanna get your reps in, you wanna be able to practice actually drawing, but there's that one extra step. It's almost like having an outside the waistband level 2 holster where you have this little snap on top that needs to come out first. So just something else that you need to keep in mind, do some reps in, and you'll get better at it. So you are able to pull here and get to where you need to go. Just like having the magazine pulled out, this takes a little bit more effort to put back in, but ideally if you're putting reps in at the house like here, you're not loaded, and if you ever have to draw outside, you're gonna be worried about other stuff after the case. So both of those options are good ones depending on the situation, your body type, your activity level. Actually, during editing this part here, I kind of went over the sticky holster, and as I was going through talking about it and then looking back on the video, I realized how much I don't like these, and I'm not even gonna bother putting this up here, even though I just showed you. This is gonna go in the garbage, actually. Unnecessary. They suck. You know, what's the point of having a pistol inside a case that doesn't truly hold on to it and doesn't really stay in one place? You might as well just put it out in front. I think those are garbage. So that's why I wanted to cut that video where I said it was like okay in certain instances. So yeah, sticky holsters, if you have one, replace them. If you think of buying one, don't. And that's it. That's the end of that rant.